let's go ahead and mark parts of a tree. And I hope the tree that you have adopted has many of these parts. Some you might be able to see, some might be difficult to see. But a tree mostly has these parts. So we'll mark them on our paper tree, and then hopefully you can take a walk outside and visit your tree that you adopted and find the same parts on your tree. Here at the bottom, we have the roots. Roots. And those are the parts of the tree that get nutrients from the soil. Whenever it's watered, those roots soak up all of those nutrients and water and help the tree grow nice and strong. The roots of a tree. Plants have roots too, but tree roots are very, very tough and they grow deep, deep down, so they're strong enough to also keep our tree standing straight and tall. Now, our biggest part of the tree that gives the most support, we call a trunk. The trunk of a tree. On a regular plant, we know that this part is usually called a stem, the part that keeps a flower standing straight and tall, or a plant with leaves. But on a tree, it is not called a stem, it is called a trunk. Now, trunks are really, really interesting because they come with their own cover, and we call that cover the bark. B-R-K. The bark of a tree. And that helps provide protection. It keeps the rest of the tree trunk protected from animals or bugs. Of course, there are some animals that God designed to sneak in there, like woodpeckers or some beetles that can crawl under the bark. Then we have the tree starts to grow outward to have places for leaves to grow. So we have here a branch. Branch. How many of you like to hang off of branches? Branches are still very strong and very thick because they know they have to support a lot of leaves. After branches have their strong parts, they get smaller and smaller so that the leaves have something a little bit softer to hang on to and grow off of, and we call those twigs. Twig. Twig. Now, twigs sometimes break off, and birds love to use twigs to start building their nests. They're the perfect size. Is a bird going to use a whole branch to build a nest? Oh boy, that would be a very big bird and a very big nest. So, twigs are the small parts where the leaves grow over, and they're the perfect size for nest building. Now, this area here, you notice it's all chunked together. This is called the crown of a tree. Oh, it makes you think of a king or queen. The crown of a tree. And you'll notice that's the part where the trunk has lifted the tree up off the ground, and you have a beautiful crown on top of the tree. The crown of the tree holds the leaves and the branches and the twigs. Those are all included in the crown of a tree. Where would a nest live? In the roots, in the trunk, or in the crown? A nest would live in the crown of the tree, of course, off of the floor and safe from any predators. So those, my friends, are the parts of a tree. Can you find them on yours? If I remember correctly, Mrs. Gorospe's tree, I'll have to go ahead and maybe make a video. It does not have a very long trunk. It has a very short trunk, and the crown is the one that's very large and goes from right near the ground and goes up, up, up to the edges of the branches and twigs. Enjoy marking your parts of a tree. You also have spelling help by using the box at the top to make sure you got all the parts down. Thanks, friends. Feel free to color your tree and also maybe label the tree that you adopted yesterday. Have fun exploring your trees, friends.